Hey everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan here with your numerology forecast for July 2025. Now I've got to tell you, my full 60-minute numerology readings are usually $150, $150 for anybody that lives outside New Zealand, or 150 New Zealand dollars for New Zealand residents. But for the month of July only, they are all the way down to only $100. So that's only $100 for a clear, cognizant, intuitive numerology reading of your complete chart that is going to show you what is holding you back in life, what your potential is, how to work with the cycles that you're in to create the things you want. I've also been a certified law of attraction practitioner for the past 17 years. So I'm including manifestation life coaching tips with your numerology profile for tailor-made, personalized information that's going to help you in your life. Also, an oracle card reading in there right at the end for any extra additional information that you might need to know. This is like a law of attraction, manifestation, life coaching, intuitive numerology reading, oracle card reading, spiritual counseling session rolled into one. All right, so hit me up if you want a reading for only $100, but it's only for the month of July. Now, let's get to the July 2025 forecast. First of all, we've got to calculate your personal year number for this year if you don't already know it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 9. Why number 9? Because 2025 adds up to number 9. So let's use the example birth date, 16th of December. We're going to add that to 9. We would go 1 plus 6 plus 1 plus 2 plus 9. Now, when you get a double digit, you're going to add those numbers together until you get a single number between 1 and 9. All right? So this adds up to 19. We would then add the 1 and 9 together. 1 plus 9 equals 10. But we need a single digit number. So we would then take one more step by adding the 1 and the 0 together to get a 1. And that's a 1 personal year number. So one more time, you can add the day and month, or month and day, doesn't matter which order, of your birth date to number 9. Keep adding any double numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9, and that single number between 1 and 9 is your personal year number for the whole year. All right? So let's get started. First of all, by explaining that July is a 7 universal month, and that means it's a great month to spend quiet time alone for contemplation and self-reflection. Get closer. Expand on your relationship with source energy, the creator, the God, the divine, the universe, all that is, whatever you want to call it. It's a great month to study, learn, and teach. It's a great time to focus on your physical, mental, and emotional health. Great month to switch off, to slow down, pause, rest, relax, and recharge. Seek deeper meaning and connect with your inner self. And also, it's a great month to explore any spiritual practices, any holistic alternative therapies that you might feel drawn to. This is the month to do it. All right. Now, let's get to your specific tailor-made forecast for the year that you're in, starting with personal year number 1. You guys are in a 1 year of new beginnings, new opportunities, a whole fresh start for you this year. But for the month of July, you're in an 8 month. And that means there's a focus on budgeting, finances, saving money, getting your finances in order. Some of you may be in legal situations, dealing with legal matters. It's a great month to work on building your career. Some people may have changes at work. Some people might start a new job or career, or have a different, taking on extra jobs in their existing career. So there might be changes within your role, extra work on your plate. On a personal level, there might be opportunities to earn more money as well as lose money. And that can happen in any month, not just in 8, but there is a focus on money, finances, and abundance. It is a great month to get a reading. If you want to take me up on that $100 offer, it is a great time to do it, because this is the month. Number 8 is the number of manifestation. So it's the time to really understand the law of attraction and how it works, because it is governing your life whether you know it or not. Get more specific in figuring out how to make it work for you in relation to your exact numbers in your numerology chart. This is a great time to apply for a promotion, to make changes, to work hard, be honest and ethical. It is a karmic month. Whatever you put out, you will get back. Okay, so great month to reclaim your personal power, adopt an attitude of abundance, and reprogram your limiting beliefs. All right, go out there and get them. I wish you a wonderful month. Now we move on now to personal year number 2. Now you guys are in this 2 year, and you know, it is an emotional sensitive year for some people. Some people will be experiencing some sort of emotional issues or opportunities to go into within themselves to figure out why they feel the way they do, to work out whether they are really perceiving life accurately or through a filter of a limiting belief or beliefs. But for the month of July, you're in a 9 month. And that is a month of endings, completion, and transformation. This is a month to let go of bad habits, spring clean your life. And some people even spring cleaning their home, you know, doing a clear out. Some people, because it's a time of endings, you know, it can be a time of ending a relationship or a friendship, leaving a job. It is definitely a month to, you know, tie up any loose ends of any existing issues or any jobs that you've got that are incomplete. It is a time of completion and finalizing things. So it is also a great time to forgive others, to let go of the past, to resolve outstanding conflicts, to heal outstanding emotional wounds. Because 9 is also the humanitarian number, it is a great time or great month to donate things to charity, to work for a cause, to be there for those who need you, to be of service without expecting anything in return, to be involved in community things, that kind of thing. Also a great time to move house, to make changes, to let go, to trust and surrender in order to manifest your dreams. All right, remember, the more desperate you are to manifest things, the more that desperation will block the creation of what you're trying to attract. It's a great month to get a reading, honestly, for only $100, and you want to know what your chart is with all of your numbers from your date of birth and your birth certificate name that is specific to you, and apply those universal laws of attraction so that you can deliberately create the life you want. Hit me up. This is the month to do it. Right, let's move on now to personal year number 3. You guys are in a year where it is a great month to sort of get out and about, to be more social, to sort of express yourself and make space in your life for more fun, okay? It is also a time to communicate more, get out what you need to express. If you things that need to be said, conversations that need to be had, this is the time to have them, to speak your truth. So for the month of July, though, you are in a 1 month, and that is a time of new beginnings and new opportunities. So it's a month for you to get in the driver's seat of your life and move forward, to be proactive and take action, to start something new. That can be a new job, a new project, a new hobby. Some of you may even be beginning new friendships and new relationships. Or a new phase of an existing friendship or relationship. This is a month to develop and implement new ideas, get new projects off the ground, to begin maybe a healthier lifestyle, focus on self-improvement, become more independent and self-reliant. Also, really important to work on your self-confidence and self-esteem this month, to be your true, authentic self. Also, because it is the 1 month, this energy will also influence the next 9 months that are coming up. So, time to plan your goals for the next 9 months. Stay positive, have a fresh approach, be open to new opportunities, manifest your dreams into reality. All right, here's a manifestation tip for you. Number 1 is a creative number. So it's a very powerful manifestation cycle with the law of attraction. So if you are looking for a reading, this is the month to do it while you're in a 1 month. I'm only doing $100 for a whole 60-minute special, for a whole reading that's going to focus on your own personal numerology chart, combined with how you can deliberately manifest things in accordance to your actual numbers. Your numbers will show you what is holding you back, what you need to do to manifest things and get success and to move forward. This is a month to do it. So hit me up if you're interested. I'll move on now to personal year number 4. You know, you guys are in a year where things can be a lot slower than they normally are, okay? Things can slow down. It feels like you're spinning your wheels, putting all this effort in and getting no results. That's normal, all right? The lesson here is to persevere, all right? To sort of keep going, don't give up, don't get disheartened, don't get negative, don't do anything shady or dodgy to speed things up. Just trust the process and be patient. For the month of July, you are in a 2-month. You know, that can be considered an 11-2 month and have an even more aspect of higher learning, aha moments, you know, wake-up calls, spiritual development, viewing things from a higher perspective, and also a great month for you to really knuckle down into your spiritual practices and developing your connection with source energy, getting closer to that divine energy, especially with it being a 7 universal month as well. But with it also being a 2 energy for the month of July, this is a month, again, it's another slow energy. So you're in a slow energy of your 4 year, and you're in a slow energy of your 2 month, and a slow energy of the 7 universal month. So slow down. All right, build upon what you've already had, what you've already got. This is a month to work behind the scenes to do some fine tuning. You need to be patient. Wait for opportunities to come to you. Trust the divine order and the divine timing of things. Do not rush ahead and force the universe or force life to happen on your agenda because you're impatient. You need to trust and be in the flow. Let go and surrender. Consolidate and solidify what you've already created in your life, what's already up and running. Build upon what you already have. All right? Practice mindfulness. Maybe do some more meditation. Take up meditation if you haven't already. It can be guided meditation with some beautiful free guided meditations you can access on YouTube. Okay, so it doesn't have to be costly. You might take up a healthy spiritual practice like breath work, qigong, yoga, whatever. Focus on your health and well-being. This is a month to recognize, express, and release any emotions. Whether that you're not going to know if they're repressed emotions or if they're real, and it depends how well you know yourself as to whether you can recognize any repressed emotions and programs. But whether they're repressed or they're still there, they need releasing. So you need to understand what it is you're going through, why you feel the way you do, what limiting beliefs do you have, why do they keep recurring, how can you break through, how can you move through them to start attracting and creating the life you want. I've got a $100 special this month for my 60-minute readings that are normally $150. All right, hit me up if you need some guidance, if you need some coaching to help you do this. This is what I specialize in. Now, it's also a month to work on loving yourself. This month will highlight what issues you might have with self-esteem. It's also a month to develop your intuition, to develop your psychic abilities, to enhance your connection to source energy so you can increase the synchronicity in your life and be in the right place at the right time. This is vital, especially with that element of master number 11-2 this month, okay? Take advantage of it. Be positive, be proactive, especially if you're working on your personal development, especially if you're working on the relationships in your life. This month will highlight any issues that are brewing beneath the surface with relationships. It will also amplify any feelings you might have of loneliness if you're single. This is the month to work on learning how to be proactive and manifesting your soulmate and finding love if you're single. I can help you with that. Hit me up if you need it. Also a month to improve existing relationships that you have with other people. All right? I will leave that with you and I wish you the very, very best. Have a great month. So we're moving on now to personal year number 5. You guys are in a month of, a year of change. A year of progress, movement, and change where anything can happen, and it usually does, and things can come from left field that you didn't see coming. So you've got to be prepared, be adaptable, be flexible. Don't have your plans too set in stone. Make sure that you can adjust to any new circumstances that may present themselves to you and pivot as quickly as you possibly can. Go with the flow. Now for the month of July, you're in a 3-month. And this 3-month is a time to be more social, reach out and connect with others, to attend gatherings and events, to be entertaining people, maybe connecting with family and friends. This is definitely a month to expand and grow and create more fun and more joy in your life. Now that sounds like it's a waste of time and it's meaningless, but I'm telling you, in a 3-month, to have more joy and fun. 3 is the number of joy and fun. If you can create more happiness and joy in your life, you will raise your vibration through the roof. The higher your vibration, the easier it is for you to manifest the things you're trying to manifest, or to attract the things you're trying to attract. It's vital that you have a high vibration this month. If you need help doing that, my readings are only normally $150. They are only $100 for a whole 1-hour session. That's an oracle card reading, manifestation life coaching, because I'm a certified law of attraction practitioner for the past 17 years. I will take your chart and give you personalized guidance based on your numerology blueprint from your birth certificate, name and date of birth, that will help you directly to create the life that you want to create, all right, to get through whatever it is that you're going through, to give you that counseling, coaching that you need to get to the other side and to create a better life. Now, this month is also a time, if you're creative, if there's anything you need to do to express yourself, any projects or hobbies, again, it sounds like a waste of time on paper, but it's actually not, because as you flex these muscles and you're in that energy, it will raise your vibration. Remember, we're trying to raise your vibration. The higher your vibration, the better your health. The more you will be in synchronicity with life, being in the right place at the right time. It's vital that you do this. Great month to monitor your spending, to express yourself honestly, to communicate your thoughts and feelings, to have some fun, to travel, to go on a vacation, to maybe journal your thoughts and feelings. Also, this combination of numbers, the 3 and the 5, can mean that life can be a bit erratic. It can be a bit chaotic. It can be a bit crazy in terms of a lot going on. So you need to be extra organized. You need to be extra disciplined, extra grounded, so that you don't get swept away and accomplish nothing. Okay? Focus, concentrate, be disciplined and grounded and organized. All right, I hope you have a great month. I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 6. You guys are in a year where, there's a lot of focus on family, a lot of focus on relationships, being there for people that need you, your own self-care, figuring out what you need for yourself, being that shoulder to cry on, things to do with home, domestic responsibilities, family relationships. Now, for the month of July, you are in a 4-month, and this is a month where you need to work hard. It is a month where effort is required. All right, it may not be easy breezy, cruisy vibes. It is an energy that is saying put effort in. All right, this is a time to work hard, start chipping away at building whatever it is you're trying to build, building your empire, improving your self-esteem, working on your personal growth, creating emotional stability, creating physical stability, financial stability, whatever stability or whatever it is you're trying to grow and build. This is the month to put the effort in to do that. This is a great time to have a reading. My readings are only normally $150 or only $100 this month. So if you're looking at what advice you need to specifically, based on your own numerology personalized chart, what you need to do to create the life you want, hit me up, because this is the month to do it. They're not going to be this cheap very often. So take up my offer if you're interested. This is also a month to make commitments, to pay off debts, to make time to get everything in order. Okay, you have to put the effort in to set everything up. This is your setup month. This is a time to also make time to make sure you still have some time out, because it is going to be a busy month. It is also a time to budget and work on your finances. Get organized, get systems in place, plan your future, take action. All right, I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 7. All right, so you're in a 7 year, and it's a 7 personal month. So there's double that 7 energy, so that 7 energy for you is, as you probably already heard me say, if you already listened to my forecasts, this is a time to go within, all right, to contemplate, to find more meaning, to go deeper, to focus on your spiritual side, your connection to source energy, to focus on your health and well-being, to maybe explore alternative therapies, holistic therapies, spend some quiet time alone. Now, but for the month of July, you're in a 5 month, and that is a time of making changes. Sorry, I've already said this. You're in the 5 month, and this is a time of progress, movement, and change. So it's a time to prepare for change, to have fun, be adventurous, to experience new things, to take an adventure, to take a vacation, to change jobs or career, to be organized, because things can easily spiral out of control, so with this 7, it's this time of progress, movement, and change sorry, I'm a bit confused. I've got someone's knocking on my door, and I'm trying to go, I can't get to the door, I can't answer the door, but I've got to do this forecast and I can't pause it. So sorry about that, I'm a bit distracted. This is a time to pivot, to make changes, to focus on what you're doing so you don't get distracted, because you can easily get swept away. If there are changes that need to be made in your life, be proactive and make them. This is a time to go on adventures, to be a mover and a shaker, to promote yourself. If there's something that you do or a message that you've got, this is a time to share it with the world. This is a time to express these ideas that you have, to give it energy. There's also a time to shake things up, do some new things, put a bit of excitement in, do some new things, because we want to shake up any stagnant, stale energy to get you refreshed and get you revitalized, to recharge your battery, to put some fire back in your belly, get you inspired and motivated. Make sure that you adjust and pivot and change and go with the flow of any changes that may present themselves to you. So I leave that with you, and we move on now to personal year number 8. You guys are in a year where there is a strong focus on money, business, and career. There is also a strong focus on manifestation. This year is all about law of attraction, the law of cause and effect. It's very karmic. We want to make sure that you don't attract any negative experiences based on what you're putting out. So you really have to monitor your thoughts. You really have to monitor the motivations behind everything you're doing. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Because if your motivation is from a low vibration, it's a very dangerous place to be, because you're not going to be successful with what you're deliberately trying to attract, and you will attract more low vibration experiences because your excuse me, the energy that you're projecting out is from a low vibration of lack. It's from desperation, manipulation, whatever it might be, if your motivations are not in the right place, if you're not on a high vibration consistently. This is also a great time to have a reading. I am a certified law of attraction practitioner with 17 years experience. If you want help with the manifestation of your goals and dreams in relation to direct relation to your personalized numerology chart from your birth certificate, name, and date of birth, hit me up. My readings are normally $150, but for the month of July, they are only $100. This doesn't happen very often. Now is the time to get the help you need if that resonates with you. Hit me up. For the month, though, of July, you are in a 6 month. Okay, you're in a 6 month. And that's where there is a strong focus on your responsibilities and your commitments. So you need to take your commitments and responsibilities seriously. This month, there may be responsibilities thrown on your shoulders. You might be needed. You might need to be distracted from what you're normally doing to be there for family and friends or people that need you. You may have extra work on your plate if you work in a service-based career, because this is an energy of being of service to others, being of service to the community. There's also a focus on domestic affairs, the home, pets. It's a great month to renovate, to redecorate the home. There may be work required on the home. It's also a great month to work on your garden, to be creative, take up any artistic or creative hobbies. It's a time to be there and give a lot of attention to family, to kids, to grandkids, to Partners, to focus on improving existing relationships, especially if forgiveness is required, especially if you need to be more broad-minded and more understanding. You know, being able to see things from other people's point of view, not just your point of view. A great time to start or build or work on your home-based business, especially if a home-based business is service-orientated. Great time to be involved in and to engage in community projects. Great month to focus on yourself and your own self-care. Maybe get a makeover. Focus on your health and well-being. So I leave that with you, and I wish you a fantastic month. And I move on now to personal year number 9. You know, you guys are in the same energy as the universal year. So you get a double dose, and you are in this year of endings, completion, and transformation. So where one door closes, another one opens. You know, if you want to make the most of these next 9 years that are going to follow, this next 9-year cycle that starts for you next year, and you want to get a head start, and you are looking to manifest things that you want in your life, and you want to know what your chart says, you want to know what your own numerology personalized chart says outside of this forecast, you know, what your destiny is, what your soul's purpose is, where your life is leading you directly from your personalized chart, from your birth certificate name and date of birth, and you need guidance, now is the time to hit me up, because as you know, my readings are normally $150 for 1 hour. For this month only, they are only $100. This doesn't happen very often. If you need the help, take it now. Reach out to me. You don't have to have the reading now. You can take the deal and use the reading when you need it moving forward. So this is the year, regardless of whether you have a reading or not, this is the year to create that transformation, this new you that's going to take you through your next 9-year cycle. Okay, but for the month of July, you know that you're in a 7, and that's the same as the 7 universal month. So this is really important that you focus on your connection to source energy. The stronger your connection to source energy, the higher your vibration. You know, we think that we attract things, or that we get the things we want, or we improve our life through willpower and determination and doing all these things in the physical world. And of course, that's part of the equation, but it's minimal. 90% of the work is in the energetic. 90% of the work is your overall vibration, your energetic blueprint, your energetic life force energy that is governed and run by the thoughts you have and the emotions you feel and the perceptions you have about yourself and life in general. That's where the real work comes. That's where the manifestation comes. So this is a time to focus on your self-improvement, self-awareness, personal development, understanding your limiting beliefs, understanding what's blocking you, understanding repetitive behavior that is embedded in your subconscious mind, that you just keep playing out and keeps holding you back. You keep going like the hamster on the hamster wheel. Now is the time to look at all of that. A great time to spend time in nature, quiet time alone, time to be away from the hustle and bustle of life, so that you can get those clear guidance, that information from divine inspiration, those aha moments, those breakthroughs can filter into your awareness. They can't make themselves known to you when you're busy, when you're distracted, when you're on your phone, when you're rushing here, you're rushing there. You've got music going, the TV's blaring, the kids are screaming, life is going crazy all around you. How the hell are you supposed to get divine intuitive guidance and hear that whispering, which is also a very subtle message? When guidance, divine inspiration and divine intervention and inspired guidance comes to us, it's very light, it's very subtle. You're not going to hear it when you're distracted. This is the month to unplug, to get quiet, to let it filter through. Especially if you're calling it in, to have a connection with the universe, to call it in, to ask for what you want, to ask for the personality traits that you need to adopt within yourself, such as patience, such as faith, such as a positive mindset, such as the ability to forgive, to be patient, to be able to accept what's currently going on and move forward. So that's some guidance for you this month. I hope you have a fantastic month. I'll be back with your forecast for August, around August the 1st, and I wish you the very best. Take care. Bye.